Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games. But first, we need to reveal our dad joke of the day. And I pulled my members for the Sunday dad joke. And Andrew Powers, who apparently joined just to be able to post dad jokes, I'll take it. Um, where does a rainbow go when it breaks a law? To prism. But don't worry, it's a light sentence. It gives it time to reflect. All right. And I'd like to thank Nathan Good, Jaxigan, and Gavin Sharp, all for joining as new Tier 1 members. So thank you, thank you. That brings us up to 130. But I do still have one member in their grace period if they're just having payment issues or something. That does happen. But yeah, so 130. Very happy about that. We are heading towards our 200 goal. I think we can get there. Just take a little bit of time. If you're interested in joining as a member, you can do it as low as $5 a month for the video early access tier, which I am working on getting back to being real early access. I'll figure it out. All right, cool. Well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Earthworm, Float, Mushroom, Moonwalk, Startle, Puddle, Sunday, Jump, Shake, Robot, Mud, Floss, Bolt, Split, Cabbage Patch, and Jerk. Cabbage Patch makes me think of Cabbage Patch girls, like the dolls. Is it Blank Girls? I don't think it is. There's Earthworm Jim. Are these like children's cartoons, like Earthworm Jim, Cabbage Patch Girls is probably a cartoon. Would Robot be a cartoon? Okay, I'm going to hold off on that because I'm not entirely sure that that's what that's going to be. Jerk, as in someone who is a jerk, or jerk as in like the motion, like a change in acceleration. So someone you jerk, you shake maybe, or you startle, jump, like reactions to getting scared. You startled, you jump, you jerk. I don't know if bolt or shake would be it, unfortunately. Shake could go as Sunday, but I don't know what else would go with that. Huh. I'm going to have to hold off on this because I think either shake or bolt could go in there. So I need to figure out what the other category is that takes one of those words. Floss, as in... floss is a dance, so is the moonwalk. It's kind of a dance move, not a full dance. So you floss, you moonwalk. Earthworm, maybe? Is that the one where you like... you do this on the ground? That's kind of neat looking. Yeah, I think that's what that is. So these are like, I don't know, b-boy moves or something. Dance moves. Jump, jerk, cabbage. Maybe Cabbage Patch is a dance move. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it is. The robot is as well, though. I think robot fits better. Oh, shoot. I have it in my head that Cabbage Patch is a dance. But I'm much more confident that robot is a dance. So let's... Wait, is it called Earthworm? I think it's just called The Worm. Ah, shoot. Okay. I don't think I can lock this in yet either, just because I don't... I'm not confident in which one it is. Let's look at things that aren't any of what I've looked at. Like mushroom, maybe? Mushroom. Huh. So what hasn't, like float? Okay, float definitely hasn't been in any of our categories. Mushroom hasn't. Puddle hasn't. I don't think Sunday has. No, not Sunday. Mud. I don't know, puddle and mud. Are we like just things kids like to jump in? Or dogs. Let's see. I don't really see that that's working. Isn't Puddle of Mud a band? Let's see. Split. You know, I mean, a split, a shake, and a sundae are all just ways you can have ice cream. So maybe shake doesn't belong in the... I'm just going to test that by doing startle, bolt, jerk, and... What was the other one? Jump? Okay, good. Flinch. There. So I think we're doing shake and sundae and split, like a banana split. But what's the other way we can have ice cream? A float, obviously. Yeah, an ice cream float. Okay, like a root beer float. Ice cream treats. There we go. Okay, so I got the yellow and the and the green out of the way. So now I mean, dances, right? Floss and robot and moonwalk are definitely dance moves. Earthworm. I feel like earthworm probably goes with mushroom and puddle and mud over cabbage patch. I do think cabbage patch is a dance. I don't actually think earthworm is. I think it's just called the worm. Yeah, okay. Dance moves. And then I don't know what this is. Mushroom, puddle, earthworm, mud. Things named Jim. I don't know. There's probably a mushroom. Someone said, yeah, that's Jim, the mushroom. And then the puddle. Yeah, we named that puddle Jim. Anyway, I have no idea. I'm just gonna lock it in. What is purple today? Oh, seen in the aftermath of a rainstorm. Okay, that's not anywhere along the lines I was thinking. I cannot take credit for that one. Interesting that yeah, mushrooms spring up. Oh, it's the worst when like after a big rainstorm and there's just earthworms all over the sidewalk. Ooh. Anyway, cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't. This was hard only because it was hard to like pick apart like what belongs in what category because there was a lot of overlap. So I had to think about it that way. But yeah, I wonder how many people are thinking about aftermath of rainstorm here. It's definitely possible too. I don't think it's one of those impossible categories. This is really hard to rate, so I'm just going to go to 3 because I think if it's hard to rate, it should be a 3. Let's see. So our picture today is mushrooms, but they look like screws, like Phillips head screws. I don't know why though. Maybe it's a cabbage patch. Yeah, this is our cabbage patch, but why screws? I don't think screws were in the connections today. They give it a 2.5. All right, let's look at the bot. 72%, 3 out of 5. Yeah, I mean, sounds about right. Very like, you can't really tell much about this here. It's just kind of like people doing their own thing, I guess. I mean, these aren't as exciting when the solve rate's high, but people are getting yellow first. It makes sense. I just, for some reason, didn't see all the ways to make ice cream. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm lactose intolerant. I was avoiding the category. All right. Flinch. Yeah, I think people are gonna have trouble though if they don't get yellow first and like maybe put shake in with flinch. I don't know. But yeah, even like purple is actually easier to get second than blue according to these stats. Oh, let's go to ever. So people who are ooh, people who are losing are not getting anything. 11% getting nothing, and then like the yellow green categories are like the rest of it. So yeah, people are just not figuring out the dance moves. Like if you don't know the dance moves and you don't think about the rainstorm thing, this is tough. Like not all these dance moves are all that well known. Like I feel like there's not that much overlap between people who know floss and people who know cabbage patch, but maybe that's just me. I feel like it's different generations of dances, but maybe I'm thinking of the wrong dance. I don't actually know what the cabbage patch is. I just kind of had it in my mind that cabbage patch is a dance move. I don't know where that came from. All right. Yeah, so it's not called the earthworm though, I'm pretty sure. And that's what tipped me off. But I can definitely see making that mistake. Like I almost did. Putting shake in, so I kind of predicted these. Oh, is the jerk a dance move? I don't know. Maybe people are just guessing that the jerk is a dance move. In soil. Earthworm, yeah, I mean that's reasonable too. Shake is a dance move, yeah. Trying to figure out what the third dance move is when you don't know cabbage patch. All right, sorry, the fourth dance move when you don't know cabbage patch. And then what are people locking in first? Yellow for sure. Putting shake in, I almost did this, putting shake in with being startled. Yeah, not much to say. People, yeah, blue was harder than purple today. Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. Word before flaw or after, or not after. Word before flaw or attraction. Fatal. Fatal flaw, fatal attraction. Pickle liquid. That's brine. I have a friend who likes to drink the brine from the pickle jar. Anyone else do that? I don't like this FB, but maybe it's a weird clue. Irresponsible. Oh, so the down is irresponsible thing to drop around small children. That's gonna be the F bomb. Cool. Horseshoe shaped Greek letter is omega. Literary theme. Literary theme. Okay, not coming to me. Like a stereotypical frat dude in slang. Maybe a bro. How does that fit? Let's do the downs. Cover of night armor. That's fun. Link with, tie in, tie to, probably tie to because of the crosses. The U in the Rolling Stones lyric, don't you weep, all your kisses still taste sweet. Angel, I suppose. Full of foliage, leafy. So I did some, it's probably not tied to. It's a motif. Oh, wait. So it's not angel. I just guessed for the angel. What is this? Like, bro something. Angie, maybe? I'm just guessing names here. Okay. Motif is it. Literary theme is a motif. Oh, I thought motif was only used for, I mean, obviously they're right, but I only know motif through music. Like John Williams is really known for his motifs, right? Also, Howard Shore, when he wrote the Lord of the Rings score, tons of motifs that kind of call back, like associated with characters, associated with themes, that sort of thing. John Williams does it in all his movies. Anyway, bro-y. I don't know about that. You're being very bro-y right now, bruh. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is "You Are My Sunshine." So yellow colors is almost certainly it. Yellow. Maybe, I don't know, is yellow on its own, or is it kinds of yellow? Or okay, I'm gonna hold off on lucking in yellow until I figure out what our spanogram here is. But do I know colors of yellow? What would this ARO be doing? Or orange? Oh wait, we have, oh, it's the rainbow. Oh, it's the rainbow. Okay, so it's not colors of yellow, it's rainbow colors. Okay, so rainbow, rain. No, this is orange though. So we have orange and yellow. Orange goes across the top, so rainbow has to go this way. I have OW here. No, but that's part of yellow. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. We got violet here. I'm trying to find the spanogram. So violet uses these two, and yellow uses these. So it's gotta be here. There it is, rainbow. It's got to keep going. Rainbow colors, rainbow. It's in the shape of a rainbow. Does it come back around? Rainbow chasing. There we go. Yeah, I mean, the shape helped there. Nice. Really? Rainbow chasing. They don't do 3 words. Did I just lock it in wrong last time? No. Okay, so what is it? It's chasing rainbows. I was like, rainbow chasing, that's a thing people do. Sorry, chasing rainbow. And then does it use the S? Blue comes up like this, so I think it's got to use the S. Oh, cool. It's not yellow today. All right, cool. Oh, interesting. I'm still going to be putting my yellow art up there, but let's. Oh, are they going to lock in as their colors? Blue? Wait, blue? They're logging as their colors. That's fun. New tech, violet. Is green going to be green? Yeah, all right. We got yellow over here. I bet that locks in as yellow. Here's orange, and then indigo. So we're missing red. The rainbow is the red, because red is too short. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Oh, nice. It's the rainbow actually uses the rainbow flag there too. Cool. Wow, this was fun. That was nice. Well, that is not the end of the video. I keep having to remind myself. We are going to spin the wheel to see what our bonus game is. All right, let's give my rainbow wheel a spin. Let's see. What's going to be? Fibble, suggested by Mortar Shell, a super sporter. Cool. Well, let's load up Fibble. All right, and my members have bribed me to play this game, so Fibble has started us off with bribe. It picks a random word to start with. The way Fibble works is it's exactly Wordle. right? Except there's a big except at the end, but it's exactly Wordle in that it has a hidden word that it's thinking of, and you're guessing words, and you're getting colors like green and yellow and gray. But before it presents the colors to you, it picks one of the slots and it changes the color. So like maybe this B was supposed to be green and it changed it to gray, or maybe this R was supposed to be gray and it changed it to green. So there's two options for which color it's going to change it to, but it's never going to change it to stay the same. So we say that there's one lie per guess, and the lie is going to be whichever slot is lying about its color. So for my follow-up guess, basically the way that you discover the lies is you need to find contradictions, because, if one person says one thing and another person says another thing, and their stories don't match up, there's a contradiction, meaning one of them must be lying. So we want to include as many letters from bribe as possible to fish out that lie. So I want to use the R in place as if it's not lying, and I want to use the I somewhere out of place as if it wasn't lying. But then that means we need to include either a B or an E. Obviously, E is a little bit easier to include generally. Where would I put this E though? Is there like an IE ending? Another option is IR, something E. Irate. Irate is perfect. And I have the option on here to display how many lies irate would be against bribe. We want them all to be ones all the way down to know that we have done our logic correctly. But so here, the R wouldn't be lying, the I wouldn't be lying. This E would be the lie if irate was the answer. Interesting. So we have two contradictions. This is exactly what we're trying to fish out, because two contradictions means they're both lying, right? So there's one lie in bribe and one lie in irate. So in total, there are two lies. Well, I can tell you that one of these I's must be lying because they disagree. One of these I's must be lying at least. And one of these E's must be lying because they disagree. Well, that's both of our lies. So if you're not an I or an E, then you're not lying. We can mark all those as true, which you can right click to highlight it as true. So we don't know which one's lying yet, but there's two options. Either this I is lying, in which case there is no I or E in the word, or this E is lying, in which case there is an I and an E in the word. I'd love to include an I and an E, but that feels difficult because we'd have an A as well. So I think probably these are the lies, just because I don't think we're going to be able to fit all three vowels in. So we have an R second, and then there's an A somewhere, and then we just need new letters. Maybe you could do an R word, like argon. Argon's fine. All right, I think these are both telling the truth. I know this one is. I think the A is telling the truth, which means we need either the G, O, or N. What would I want? Probably the O. Or the N, I guess, but... Huh. R what? It could be arrow. That's fun. Ooh, this is an interesting result. We know this R is telling the truth. One of these A's is lying. One of these O's is lying. Okay, if one of the A's is lying, one of the O's is lying. The rest has to be telling the truth. So there are two R's, but this R does not go there. So if this was lying and this was lying, we would have exactly AR something OR, like armor. Oh, I think we're still right. I think it's not arbor, ardor. There we go. Cool. Oh, this was a fun one to fish out. Nice. My strategy works nicely here, and it stayed within hard mode. You can see that the flames here are telling me that I stayed within hard mode, meaning I only ever guessed something that could still be the answer. Nice. That was a fun Fibble solve. If you like this kind of game, definitely check out my weekly series, the Daily Games video. In the comments below, I have a pinned comment with all the videos I produced, including a link to the Daily Games video, where I play Fibble among others, like Fibble. If you would like to watch the New York Times games, you just got to click at the end of the video and that'll take you right there. And if you enjoyed this, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.